NewsNation has been tracking the severe weather. It's claimed at least 21 lives this weekend. About a third of the country remains under severe weather risk as the storm heads east, and some in the heartland just beginning to clean up today. Hundreds of thousands of people are still without power. The death toll that we just told you about, it was just raised to 21. 8 dead in Arkansas, 7 in Texas, 4 in Kentucky, and 2 in Oklahoma. I would like to welcome Sheriff Scott Walton from Rogers County, Oklahoma. He joins us on the phone. Sheriff, thank you so much for your time. I know things are hectic right now. Just kind of talk about what it looks like on the ground where you are, sir.
Well, certainly, we've got our hands full, but man, here comes small communities together, and you really feel the blessings of a community that supports people, especially in these times of need. But we see, my hometown, the town of Claremore, population around 20,000 people, really hard hit with damage. The older part of the town, I think, probably received the most damage. Older trees, trees down on homes, things like that. A few homes, completely obliterated. And then this path takes, quite a few miles in where, we had a path of destruction probably a mile wide that went probably close to 20 miles through our community. So one can imagine that. By the grace of God, we didn't have any deaths in Rogers County. Sadly enough, just the adjoining county a few miles into that, 2 people were killed there. So, yesterday, again, was more time just organizing efforts of agencies involved with this. Another shout out. I think every law enforcement and help agency, every fire department, so many people, if you start naming them, you couldn't come close to catching them all, but so many people come together. So yesterday, established a command staff and the pec order of how things will be handled. Certainly, I'm interested now in that. We've got churches and individuals wanting to come and pretty moving the fact that they want to help somebody that may not be insured or elderly person with no family. It showcases what people are capable of doing, and in a polarized world today, you have to be grateful for the fact that when these things happen, people can act like human beings, put their political differences aside, and let's get through this and get the electricity turned back on and get our lives going.
Absolutely. Sheriff, talk about how big is this community? I know you mentioned it was a small town. How many people are we talking about there in Rogers County, and kind of what is most needed right now?
Well, it's, again, Rogers County, population 100,000 for the entire county. Affected by that, we're looking at an area probably more like 20,000 people. But I couldn't start to guess how many homes now are unlivable. But I would certainly think that number would bump up to 100. What was the last part of that question? Did you ask me?
What is most needed right now from what you're seeing there?
Most needed. I think we've got things under control where we don't have the influx of people just pouring in trying to. One of the worst things that can happen in a situation like this, somebody just wants to come see the damage. Stay out, stay back. Obviously, you see people trying to get to their homes that may have been out of town to the lake, trying to enjoy the holiday weekend, trying to get in. So, those efforts were, obviously had to be dealt with, and we tried to, help those people get to their property and get done what needed to be done. You can only imagine when nightfall comes that without electricity, things get really dark.
Yeah.
And, to my knowledge, we've not had any problems with looters. Trust me, in these rural communities where we're at, I pity the fool, as Mr. D would say, that wants to come loot something, because
it's not the place to do it, right, Sheriff?
Not the place to do it. And boy, we could really get to talking about try that in a small town if you want to, but it's not the place for that. But we haven't been we haven't had to deal with that.
Yeah. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.